Alright guys, welcome back to Behind the Curtain, episode 3, part number 3. This is going to be my Superstar Shakeup predictions, what I would do for the Superstar Shakeup, who would I remove, and what the goals I'm trying to accomplish for the company. Goal number 1 is, I'm trying to make a roster for both brands that makes you want to sit down and watch both shows, enjoy them. Hopefully we can minimize the issues that we have on both shows, and that we can sit through and say, okay, it's a fresh new matchup. Finally, a fresh new matchup. So that's part goal what I'm trying to do. Goal number 2, you got to find people for Ronda Rousey to feud with. Some fresh matchups that she has not done that we'll be intrigued to see. You know what I'm saying? Not to say, oh, let's throw Ronda Rousey against Dana Brooke. Who wants to sit down and watch that? Let's throw Ronda Rousey against Alicia Fox. Who wants to watch that? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to watch that? So let's get some unique people from Smackdown to Raw that you'd be like, I pay to see that. I pay to see her fight her. I pay to see her fight her. So I'm going to be trying to figure out opponents for Ronda to face while she's leading up to facing Charlotte at next year's WrestleMania. Because we know she's facing Charlotte. That's the goal right there. I'm trying to figure out for that. Goal number 3. Fresh faces, fresh feuds, not the same. Be unique. Be like, I care to see that person fight him. I care to see him fight him, not just because he's been thrown in the ring against him. You know what I'm saying? So those are my 3 goals I'm going to try to accomplish with the best of my ability that you'd be like, okay, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. So that's the 3 goals I'm going to be trying to accomplish. But if it was really me doing this, the Superstar Shakeup, it's 2 things I would have done. And it's probably the same thing that JD is going to say, that he said in his many videos. Same thing which Cronin said. Same thing that other people in the YWC have said. Raw women. The Raw should have all the women on one roster. Because we know that they're not doing the best of their ability on both brands separate right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason I should be seeing Dana Brooke on my TV or seeing, who else can't wrestle? No offense. Mandy Rose. No offense, Mandy Rose. You beautiful girl. No offense. Or a Sonya Deville. Or a Sarah Logan. Or a Liv Morgan. I should not be seeing them on my TV. No offense. They're getting better, but I should not be seeing them on my TV. So I'd have the Raw have all the women, put all the women on one show because, you know, listen here, it's not the Roman Reigns show. I'm sorry, Roman, you're not the face of Raw no more. It is Ronda Rousey, okay? Ronda Rousey is the face of Raw. And you can say of the company here right now because she's probably one of the most popular persons that people want to see. So I'd have put the Raw, have all the women on the Raw. SmackDown does better with tag teams anyways. If you've seen the Bludgeon Brothers, you've seen the Usos, you've seen the New Day's been, even though they're not being winning, but they're still being used in a unique way that you're like, okay, I care to see New Day. Even though they messed up with you can say they messed up with Breezango, but no offense, SmackDown's done better with the tag teams. So put all the tag teams on SmackDown. I mean, you'd have a reason to watch Raw, a reason to watch SmackDown. Hey, I want to watch the women, I have to watch Raw. I don't watch tag teams, I have to watch SmackDown. So there'll be 2 things I'd do if it was me doing this shakeup. Okay. Part number 3. Don't do it like last year. Don't have Dean Ambrose appear on my TV. Now he's on Raw. Like, how did he get on Raw? What did Crane go do to get Dan Bryan to accept? Hey, I'm going to give you Dean Ambrose. I'm giving you The Miz. Why am I giving you The Miz? I want to see why these things are happening. Don't do it like last year. Just call it the freaking draft. What is wrong with calling it the draft, Vince McMahon? What is wrong with calling it the draft? What's the big freaking deal? Just call it the draft. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And number 4, you see there's a lot of issues I'm having with this. Number 4, why is this not taking place after Backlash? Why is it not taking place after Backlash? Nobody told you to have this stupid Greatest Royal Rumble be on the same month as Backlash. So you got to rush the Greatest Royal Rumble out there. Then you got to do Backlash. So you put in this draft before the Greatest Royal Rumble. This is stupid. So if I move Seth Rollins to SmackDown and say he loses the IC champion, what happens to his rematch? You know what I'm saying? So this should have taken place after Backlash, in my opinion. Or it could have taken place after WrestleMania. You could have done it with that hot crowd that you have from New Orleans, all those people from around the world. You could have had it take place right after WrestleMania on Raw and SmackDown. Both of them days. You could have done that. That would have made more sense. So now you would have reason to have the Greatest Royal Rumble, a reason to have Backlash, because you would have had your draft done out the way. That would have been done out the way. But you're having to take place after Raw, after WrestleMania, and now you're going to have to rush, and then do Greatest Royal Rumble, and then do Backlash. You see what I'm saying, people? So, those are just my thoughts right there what I would do if it was me. Okay, so take a quick break here, then I'll break down the Raw roster, the SmackDown roster, and my picks of who I'm moving and why I'm moving. So catch you guys after the break.
Yeah. DJ the real. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Punch on the real, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright guys, welcome back after the break. So, just to give you guys a little initial thought here, I'll break down the Raw roster and the SmackDown roster, then I'll give you my picks of who I'm moving and why. But just to let you guys know, we're going to do NXT too, just to thoroughly, because I know Vince is going to probably pluck some more NXT people from Triple H. He's got to pluck them, right? So he can ruin them. So let's just go ahead and do these NXT predictions, because I think there'll be a couple more people that are going to be moved. Now, I did break down yesterday for you guys on Behind the Curtain Part 2 about Bray Wyatt possibly leading Sanity, which I did not like that whatsoever. Keep the man as a babyface. But if that's what is being pitched, usually if these stories come out, Vince McMahon's intrigued by it. And he can't have nobody getting over that's not Roman Reigns. He's got to be number one. So the feeling, if you keep Bray Wyatt as a babyface with Matt Hardy, he's probably going to get super over. You see what happens with Rusev on SmackDown. We know we love Bray Wyatt. So if he's going to probably possibly get over, Vince, we'll find out on Raw. If Vince McMahon moves Sanity to Raw, we'll find out how truthful this Bray Wyatt story angle is going to be. Because again, in my opinion, I would have moved AOP. I would have had AOP debut on SmackDown. I'm sorry. I would have had Sanity debut on Raw last week. There's no reason why AOP should be on Raw, and you're going to also move Sanity to Raw. They're like, who is SmackDown getting? Like, they're going to get screwed again like the first initial draft. So that's mistake number one they made. I would have had AOP be on SmackDown. Okay, yeah, you're pushing the Bludgeon Brothers, but what's wrong with having another dominant tag team on SmackDown? You could turn AOP babyface if you wanted to and keep Paul Ellering, but maybe Paul Ellering didn't want to do the travel, so that's why he probably like, you know what, I'll go back to NXT, because they tape 4 shows in a week. That way they can have a month built, so they don't have to come back and do all these shows. So maybe Paul Ellering didn't want to do that. So, but I would have had AOP be on SmackDown. That's mistake number one. So SmackDown needs a new tag team from NXT. They need a new tag team. It has to work that way. So move Sanity to SmackDown. I'm sorry, you dropped the Bray Wyatt thing. Move Sanity to SmackDown. And you know why? I'll give you guys my predictions who I'm moving to SmackDown. You'll see why I'm moving Sanity to SmackDown. So I'm moving Sanity to SmackDown. Now, SmackDown needs another young NXT star. They do. Now, there's been some reports of the Vince McMahon wants to have Velveteen Dream on the main roster. To me, in my opinion, it's way too early to have Velveteen Dream be on the main roster. He's only 22 years old. And if you guys do not know that, Shawn Michaels is actually he is taking him under his wing. And maybe you see why he's looking like a little bit of Shawn Michaels when his selling ability, because he's being tutored by Shawn Michaels. Like, why would you take away Shawn Michaels from tutoring this kid? He's only 22 years old. It's not like he's 35 or he's 32 where you got to get him on the main roster. No, don't move Velveteen Dream. He still has so much potential down at NXT. You don't move him. Okay? I'm not moving Undisputed. Too early to move them. There's a couple guys where I'm like, you know what? I had a little back and forth between should I move him or should I move him? But I'm moving Cassius Ohno to SmackDown. Why am I moving Cassius Ohno to SmackDown? I'll break this down for you guys also while I'm doing in the videos of who I'm moving why. Raw is being shown as the entertainment type of show. As you guys can see the characters like a Braun Strowman, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, or who else is kind of like a character? You have Goldust. You have all more old people, but Raw is the entertainment show, where SmackDown's more of the wrestling show with your Daniel Bryan, your AJ Styles, your Nakamura, Rusev. People who actually can wrestle are on that show. So I'm moving Cassius Ohno over to SmackDown because, let's be honest, again, if you're on Raw, you're on the Roman Reigns show. You're not being pushed, okay? So move Cassius Ohno to SmackDown. So that's why I moved for SmackDown from NXT. Now, as far as from Raw, I had a little bit of back and forth with this guy. He was on the NXT kickoff show for NXT New Orleans, Drew McIntyre. Now, I know Drew McIntyre said he wants to feud with Aleister Black, but, Vince McMahon wants to. It's very hard for Triple H to say no, because he has to keep some of his people. Like, if he wants to keep Velveteen Dream, he's got to make a sacrifice. And the sacrifice is Drew McIntyre, probably. So I moved Drew McIntyre to Raw. Well, I think it'd be good. It'd be a good fit for Drew McIntyre. You'll see why I'm moving him to Raw, because you'll see who else I'm going to move to Raw. So I think Drew McIntyre would be a good fit. Now, as far as Raw, you already got AOP. You already got your tag team. You got your women. You got Ember Moon. SmackDown's got their women. They got Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. And you got a couple new guys. So that'll fit there for you guys. Now, as far as the rosters, let's go ahead and break down the Raw roster first so we can know who we have. And you see why I'm moving people. So let's bring up the rosters for Raw and SmackDown. Now, as far as Raw, main event scene, you have Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion. For how long? We'll find out. You have Bobby Lashley, you have Bray Wyatt, you have Braun Strowman, and John Cena, free agent John Cena. So, John Cena still, for me, is on both shows. He's a free agent. Okay? You have Kane. Unfortunately, he's still on the main event scene. You got Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and The Undertaker free agent, because Taker's been on both shows, under Raw and SmackDown. So, he's still a free agent, in my opinion. Midcard scene. Seth Rollins is your IC champion. Big Cass. Wow. He's been out for a long time, right? Kurt Hawkins. Wow. He is still... Kurt Hawkins is still on the... Well, that's ridiculous. Dean Ambrose. Hopefully he returns as a heel. Elias is still there. Finn Balor. Goldust. Jason Jordan. Whoa. Have we forgot about Jason Jordan? No Way Jose. Okay, we'll see how long he stays on Raw and not being buried. You have R-Truth, The Miz. Okay, tag team divisions. AOP, The Bar. You have the Mr. Raj. You have the Revival. You have the Woken. I'm just going to call them the Woken Hardys. Okay, you got Bray Wyatt, you got Matt, you got Jeff. Okay, Titus Worldwide. And you have Slater and Rhino. Okay, Women's Division. Champion. Nia Jax, Bliss, Fox, Asuka, Bayley, Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, the face of the company, Ronda Rousey, Sasha Banks, and Sonya Deville. Problem A for Raw. They have a nice little main event scene. Nice, okay mid-card scene. Women's division, problem right there. Let's put this face to facts. Nia Jax, Asuka, Bayley, Ember Moon, we go with Mickie, we go with Sasha, Ronda. That's 7 women. I'm not counting Alicia Fox. I'm not counting Dana Brooke. I'm not counting Mandy Rose. I'm not counting Sonya Deville. You need to beef that up. That's problem A. Problem B, your tag team division. Besides the AOP, Bar, Woken Hardys, who else has been used properly besides those 3 guys right now? You have a 3-man tag team division. Problem B, you need to beef that up. Main event scene, Brock Lesnar. Say if he does keep the Universal Championship at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Okay, you have Bobby Lashley. Is he going to be a full-time person on Raw? I doubt Bobby Lashley is going to be a full-time competitor. I doubt he will be. John Cena, sorry, he's not on your show. I'm just kind of a free agent. He can go back from Raw to SmackDown. You can't guarantee he's on your main event scene. You can't guarantee that. Samoa Joe, Roman. That is your main event scene on Raw. Like, literally, Samoa Joe and Roman. That'll be your main event scene. Because Seth Rollins is your IC champion. He's not on the main event scene. I'm putting Finn Balor in the Intercontinental scene because that's where he said he wants to be. So you got 3 problems. You need to beef up your main event scene. You need to beef up your women's scene. You need to beef up your tag team division. So, who would I move from SmackDown to Raw? Let's just go ahead and get into that because that's what I feel like doing first. Now, these are my predictions. These are my opinions. Will these probably happen? Probably not. Let's just be honest. Well, maybe one of them is probably going to happen because it's a guarantee. Okay, I said they need to beef up their main event scene. They need to beef up their mid-card scene. And they need to beef up their tag team scene. And this is going to address all 3 situations. A, Charlotte's been moved from SmackDown to Raw. That's guaranteed going to happen. So, that's going to happen. I'm moving Becky Lynch from SmackDown to Raw. Let's just be honest. Besides, since she won the SmackDown title that first time, what else has she done? Can you guys tell me? When's the last time Becky Lynch has won a pay-per-view match? When's the last time Becky Lynch has won a SmackDown women's match? That's right. Crickets. We don't know. Move her to Raw. Okay? I'm moving Ruby Riott to Raw. See, I told you guys. I'm moving people that can actually feud with Ronda Rousey. Ruby Riott can actually wrestle. Becky Lynch can wrestle. We know damn well Charlotte can fucking wrestle. Okay? Moving Natalya. Another person that can actually physically wrestle. Moving Natalya to Raw. Moving Chad Gable. Why? Because when Jason Jordan come back, put him back as a tag team. Put him back as a tag team. Like, what was the point of breaking them up in the freaking first place? Sorry, Vince. Put him back as a tag team. Moving Kevin Owens to officially to Raw. Whenever whatever happens with Owens and Zayn, they need to be broken back up. They need to be splitting back up. I'm sorry. Because you'll know why I'm moving Kevin Owens to Raw. Because there'll be a big person who's going to be moving to SmackDown. And you need somebody to replace Kevin Owens. Okay? Move Ty Dillinger to Raw. Like, when's the last time we have physically seen him on TV? I don't even know the last time Ty Dillinger's been on a pay-per-view or won a match either. He's just like Becky Lynch. Move him to Raw. Randy Orton. Damn well move him to Raw. Whenever he goes to SmackDown, he just dies over there. He just dies a miserable death. Besides his feud with Bray Wyatt, what did Randy Orton do on SmackDown? Please tell me. That's right. He's done nothing besides his feud with Bray Wyatt on SmackDown. Move him to Raw. Move Bobby Roode to Raw. You can see I'm moving like everybody who needs a fresh change. Move Bobby Roode to Raw because, again, I said this Raw is more of the entertainment show, and Bobby Roode's gimmick fits what Vince McMahon wants, entertainment. And turn him heel. Now, you can see I literally moved everybody that's in the feud with Jinder Mahal. Oh, Jinder Mahal. Move him to Raw, too. The reason I'm moving Jinder Mahal to Raw, again, Raw is an entertainment show. What I would do, have Mahal show up on Raw after whatever. Well, he's going to still feud with Randy Orton because his match is for Backlash, so it's still set. After when Mahal moves to Raw, have him destroy the U.S. Championship on national TV. Have him create the Indian Championship. Why? He can get legit heat. And we know he gets the go away heat. But have him create the Indian Championship. Have him create the championship and have somebody have to beat him and to get the U.S. title back. That'd be a perfect storyline for. Oh wait, Braun Strowman. What else is Braun Strowman doing on Raw? Have Braun Strowman be that person that makes Mahal lose the title, the Indian Championship, and have Braun Strowman bring back the U.S. title. That'd be a perfect storyline because Braun Strowman's doing nothing else. So do that with Braun Strowman. So, spoiler, I'm keeping Braun Strowman on Raw. I was going to move Braun Strowman to SmackDown, but I decided not to move Braun Strowman to SmackDown because you see who I'm moving, okay? Now, as far as the SmackDown situation, let's go over their roster. Let's go over what SmackDown has on their official roster because I didn't even know these people are still on their show. Okay, main event scene is AJ Styles is your champion. Baron Corbin, Daniel Bryan's back, Dolph Ziggler, Cena again is a free agent. I have him as a free agent. Kevin Owens, he's officially on Raw, but he was on SmackDown. So it was Kevin Owens, it was Sami Zayn, he's staying on SmackDown. Nakamura, Undertaker's free agent. Okay, so your main event scene now is AJ Styles, Corbin, Daniel Bryan, Ziggler. I moved Kevin Owens to Raw, so Kevin Owens doesn't count no more. Sami Zayn and Nakamura. So you have 5 main event people. That's a problem. You only have 5 main event caliber players, which is AJ, Daniel Bryan. Well, we can't even say Ziggler's 5 anymore because what has he done? It's AJ, Daniel Bryan, Nakamura. Wow, and Corbin. That's legit 4 main event people. That is it. So immediately we need to fix the main event scene for SmackDown. Immediately. Midcard. Felia Raha. Bobby Roode, Mike Kanellis. Wow. When was the last time we see Mike Kanellis, people? I can't even think. It's been like literally 4 or 5 months. Well, probably reason why we know Maria's pregnant. So he's probably taking care of Maria. So that's a reason probably why. Mojo Rawley, Randy Orton, Rusev, Sin Cara, Ty Dillinger, and Zack Ryder is your mid-card scene. That's pretty lackadaisical, okay? SmackDown, the tag team division. Bloods and Brothers are your tag team champions. The Ascension, holy smokes, I don't know the last time I seen them on TV. Epico and Primo, wow. I don't know the last time I seen them on TV either. Fashion Police, they started off okay, and then they died off on SmackDown. Rusev Day, I got Rusev and Aiden as a tag team again, so that's why I'm in the tag team also too. The New Day, we know that. Usos, we know that. And the Sling Brothers, whatever. Move them to Raw too. We don't care about them. Women's division, Carmella is your champion. Becky Lynch, Billie Kay, Charlotte Flair, Lana, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Natalya, Peyton Royce, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Tamina. Tamina, whoa. No, last time I seen her. So, women's division needs a fresh up change. Tag team division, again, I gave them AOP. They need to change. But the real issue is the main event scene. We need to fix the main event scene. That is goal number one for SmackDown Live. We need more main event players. So, let's see who I moved to SmackDown for you guys. And these are reason whys again. Okay, Shakeup. Immediately. Miz goes back to SmackDown. Immediately. My goal again is for The Miz to win the Money in the Bank and to cash it in. Later down the line, maybe at the Royal Rumble, Bryan wins the Rumble. That's my goal. Is Daniel Bryan face The Miz for the WWE title? That is my main goal for this year. If I'm SmackDown, that's what my main goal is. So, The Miz goes to SmackDown. Again, we tried to fix the main event scene. So, I'm moving the bar over to SmackDown. Reason why, I know I said they need tag teams, but eventually down the line, you can break up the bar and you'd have two main event guys right there. Cesaro and Sheamus. They can go in the ring. So, okay. Asuka. Move her to SmackDown immediately. We know Raw's going to be about Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. We need to move Asuka over to SmackDown. Bayley and Sasha Banks. You follow along too over to SmackDown. You can continue your feud over to SmackDown, and yes, you beef up the Smackdown roster with more legit wrestlers. Like I said, SmackDown is the more of the wrestling show. Raw is the more the entertainment show. I felt like they were hurting on Raw. So I'm moving them to SmackDown. Again, I moved the U.S. champion over to Raw, so you know what that means. You need to bring the burn it down to SmackDown. Move Seth Rollins to SmackDown. He'll be another main event picture. As you can see, I'm making SmackDown pretty damn good so far. And next, move the Revival to SmackDown. They're not being used on Raw, so you move them to SmackDown where they could be used. And I think SmackDown does an okay job with tag teams. They do way better than Raw. Okay, so next. Bring the club. Bring the whole damn club with you. You bring Finn Balor and you bring the damn bar. And you bring the club. So, now you have Finn Balor. You have Seth Rollins. You have AJ Styles. You have Daniel Bryan. And you have the last big piece. The best promo cutter in the whole damn company. You bring Samoa Joe too. So, as you can see, I have Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and Shinsuke Nakamura. That is 6 legit main event people. That's 6 people. That's a whole lot better than 3. Does that not sound a whole lot better than 3 people? You have 6 main event. Listen, the roster I'm building right now for SmackDown, I don't know if they can contain 2 hours, but the talent that you have on SmackDown now, it can compete with Raw. Raw, you have Roman. I gave you Braun Strowman. You kept Bobby Lashley. You kept Brock Lesnar. You potentially kept John Cena because the thing with Undertaker, he probably will be on Raw. So you kept Taker and Cena. I mean, these are equal shows now. These are equal freaking shows. But I probably still would watch SmackDown because AJ's my favorite wrestler. But I just gave you Seth Rollins. I gave you Samoa Joe. I gave you The Miz. I gave you Finn Balor. You still have Nakamura. You still have Daniel Bryan. That's 7 people, bro. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me this is not a good roster, people. Can't tell me not. So that is my shakeup. Now let's go over the rosters again of who I moved, and so you guys know why and the issues of why I moved them. So again, Raw, I moved Becky Lynch because she's not doing nothing on SmackDown. I moved Charlotte because we know what that's leading to. We're leading to Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey down the line at WrestleMania. I moved Ruby Riott and I moved Natalya. Again, just need people for Ronda to feud with who can actually carry themselves in the ring. So that's why I moved those women. Okay, I moved Chad Gable to Raw because when Jason Jordan comes back, you need to bring them back. Bring them back as a heel tag team. You need more tag teams on Raw. I moved Kevin Owens to Raw because you need somebody to replace Samoa Joe who can cut great promos. And you need somebody to replace The Miz who can cut great promos. So I gave you Kevin Owens and I gave you Bobby Roode. Turn them heel. Listen, you know what I would do? Freak it. Turn Orton and Roode heel on Raw and make them a tag team. That would be freaking good. You guys remember Edge and Randy Orton? I think Bobby Roode and Randy Orton could do the exact same thing. Chemistry-wise. Again, moved Ty Dillinger to Raw. He's not doing that on SmackDown. So, again, moved Jinder Mahal to Raw. Have him create the Indian Championship. Have him create that. That way, somebody can beat him for the Indian Championship and bring him at the U.S. title, and they would get so over, which would be perfect for Braun Strowman. So, those are the people I moved over to Raw. Now, as for SmackDown, again, if you missed it, SmackDown. Moving The Miz over to SmackDown. Have him win Money in Bank. Have Daniel Bryan win the Royal Rumble. Enough said. Move Sasha, Asuka, and Bayley to SmackDown because they need to move. Moving The Bar to SmackDown because, again, if they break up, you could have main event people. But if you want to keep them together, you have another great tag team for SmackDown. Moved Seth Rollins over to SmackDown. Enough said. The Revival, SmackDown. Enough said. The Balor Club, SmackDown. Enough said. You know what you could do with the people. Now, will these predictions actually take place? I'm going to give you a prediction of what I think out of them that will probably take place. So, I think Charlotte over to Raw is definitely going to take place. I think Becky being moved will take place. And I think Randy Orton will be moved over to Raw. So, I'm going to go with 3 people. Bobby Roode. I mean, if Triple H really wants him and if Vince McMahon wants him, he will be moved. Because I think he needs a changed up. And again, I think Bobby Roode fits more over Raw because it's an entertainment show. And his gimmick's about being entertained, right, people? So, I think if Vince wants him, it will take place. So, I'm going to say for Raw, Becky, Charlotte, Randy, and Kevin Owens will take place. That'll be 4 people. I'm going to give them those 4. Okay? Now, as far as SmackDown, as The Miz being moved to SmackDown, I mean, I think, you know how Vince McMahon is. If you really want something to happen for the people want something to really happen, he likes to give you this, the middle finger. So, The Miz being moved, I'm going to say it's going to be a 60% chance. So, I think he'll be moved. Now, as far as Asuka being moved, that's a guarantee. It's a slam dunk. That's a guarantee. She's going to be moved to SmackDown. Sasha and Bayley, I think one of them will be moved. I don't think both of them will be moved. I think one of them will be moved. And I think out of all of them, Bayley needs to be moved. Because I think if Sasha does turn heel again and she gets fed to Ronda Rousey, I think that's what Vince will probably keep her on Raw because he's going to need somebody to feed to Ronda Rousey because he's not going to follow my script when the people need to be moved. So I think Bayley will be moved out of the both of them. The Revival being moved, I think that'll probably be guaranteed. Now, as far as Finn Balor being moved and the club, probably won't happen. Let's be honest, because Vince wants to keep people that he wants to keep on Raw. He doesn't want to give them up. So now, as far as Seth Rollins being moved from Raw to SmackDown, I'm gonna say it will happen because Vince likes Jinder Mahal and he likes the work he's done. And I think he wants to move him over to Raw. So I think the swap of the mid-card champions will take place. Samoa Joe being moved to SmackDown probably won't happen because again he's going to be feuding with Roman Reigns. So I see Roman Reigns winning the U.S. Universal Championship and feuding with Samoa Joe for the belt at Backlash. So I don't think Samoa Joe's going to be moved. I don't think he won't. So who I think will be moved, again, Charlotte will be going to the Raw. Becky will be going to Raw. Orton will be going to Raw. Roode probably won't. So I'm going to go with 1, 2. You'll have Becky, Charlotte, Orton, and I'm going to go with Natalya being moved. So I'll go with those 4 people guaranteed will probably be moved. Now, as far as SmackDown, I see Asuka, Rollins, Revival, Bayley. Those 4 people being guaranteed moved out of my picks. So let me know down below, guys, if you agree with my predictions or do you think somebody else should be moved, you think it's not being used. Comment down below, subscribe. Again, I'll be doing my Raw and SmackDown reviews officially starting tomorrow for Raw. So every week you'll have my Raw and SmackDown reviews and what I think happened to the show and what I would have done differently. So catch you guys today for some more videos. So this will be going up now and I'll be doing some more reaction videos before the Cavs and Pacers tip off at 3 o'clock. So catch you guys back here in a few minutes later.
Yeah. DJ the real. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?